What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. A lot of big things happen on the show tonight. Kicking off with Daniel Bryan with his new t-shirt, Respect the Beard, as he talked about how he won Money in the Bank 2 years ago and cashed it in, and it's about time. He wants to be back at the top spot, talking about he's not the weak link now, and he wants to be a champion again. And it was pretty much, he held it for a long time. That was the greatest moments he ever had. And he wants to win it again until Sheamus pretty much then came out. So about he ended that at WrestleMania when he beat Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds. Talking about he was going to win the Money in the Bank match. That he's not going to have any type of chance at all. And then Orton came out talking about, pretty much Orton talked about, Sheamus and Orton, and talking about he was starving. He hasn't held the world title in over 2 years now. Any type of world title, WWE title, he hasn't held in 2 years now. So it's about time. And he won't be like Cena and wait to cash it in and tell you when it's going to cash. Because they would drop Daniel Bryan right now after Daniel Bryan said, well, you tapped out to him, he said. And Orton told him not to bring it out. Kane then came out talking about he said he will destroy everybody. There are no friends, no partners. It's all about the title and everything. And Daniel Bryan pretty much says, why are you even out here and everything and stuff. Because Kane pretty much went out here to become WWE champion because he thought he could trust his partner there, but he can't. Then Christian came out talking about he's been gone for a long time. And he wants to get back at the shot. He talked about that one more match, he's always said. And he wants to be the WWE champion now. CM Punk then came out talking about he's pretty much the only guy that's ever won the Money in the Bank 2 times back to back. And then pretty much Daniel Bryan cut him off, saying, you're just going to come out here, talk about it, each of us, and then say how you're going to beat us. And CM Punk said, yes. And Punk talked about everybody, talked about RVD, he knows he's fearless. And pretty much about everybody in the ring then, and then pretty much Bryan interrupted Punk then, talking about him to be quiet and everything. And then Orton was like, that's it, pretty much was going to attack Daniel Bryan, but Kane stood in front of him. And then pretty much Bryan said, why are you protecting me? I don't need your help. And then Orton pretty much RKO'd Kane in the ring. And then everybody just stood there backing off, slowly getting out of the ring. I don't know why they had to slowly get out of the ring at the end, but I guess, I thought they were just going to brawl and then throw each other out, but they all pretty much stood back on Orton and got out the ring then. More Wyatt family videos aired. They were hyping up for the champion versus champion. For once, they make the champion versus champion match actually credible this time, actually showing past champions of Harley Race and Buddy Rogers and everything, pretty much showing the history of the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship then. So they're really trying to hype it up this time. The Shield went against Christian, the Usos. Shield picked up the win, kind of redeeming themselves on Friday. It wasn't really much a loss to both of them, but I don't know, the Shield picked up the win, so good for them. Dolph Ziggler went against Jinder Mahal. Ziggler destroyed Jinder Mahal with just a zigzag, and then on the rest of 3MB just dodging them and running around just everywhere, just dodging them. And staying on top of the table. You know he's coming for the World Championship now, so watch out for that. Pretty much Triple H came in then for Vicky Guerrero, talking about, like, you should just listen to him, like, do what you want, like, yeah, he's heard the McMahon, just listen, but then just don't mind what they say and everything. Talked about a main event was going to be good tonight of what they had. Kane then went into Randy Orton with Daniel Bryan as the special guest referee. Bryan was the ref, and pretty much the first match anybody had to restart the match as Orton pushed the ref, but then they said, it's over, it's over. Then they said, restart the match. So then it was just Kane. It was a rematch again. Pretty much, Kane was still going against Orton. Orton like he's going to pick up the win, but then Orton got to arguing with Bryan, and Yeah, and then Kane started arguing with Bryan, and then out of nowhere, Kane just big booted Randy Orton and won the match and was gonna choke slam Daniel Bryan, just holding his neck, but he walked away, and Orton pretty much RKO'd Daniel Bryan in the ring. I think Daniel Bryan could be like, let's say, a lot of people look at him as the odds-on favorite to win, but don't know that. CM Punk and Paul Heyman and Curtis Axel were backstage, talking about what they're gonna do tonight, say if you could trust them and everything, but they wasn't so sure about that. More those champion versus champion videos there. Bob Backlund and Dusty Rhodes and everything. Sheamus went against the return of Fandango. Fandango was back. Pretty much Sheamus went against him. He won by count out. Fandango pretty much left the ring then. Didn't really care. I don't know, this crowd was really dead. This crowd didn't do anything tonight really. They were hot for Daniel Bryan, I think, only. And they tried to put some chant, JBL chant in, a Lawler chant. But I don't know, Fandango and Sheamus just pretty much won by count out. I guess they may do a rematch on SmackDown or something. Ryback went against The Miz. Chris Jericho was on commentary. Pretty much talking about Ryback. Ryback quits, telling the ref to stop because of his knee. And then Miz won the match on account of his knee being hurt. So it was just the match just ended abruptly, yeah. With Ryback and Miz. Ryback quit and everything, and then just stared down at Miz. And Jericho came out of nowhere, and Jericho pretty much came out of nowhere and he pretty much cold breaker Ryback, leaving him in the ring. I don't know what they're doing. It's kind of really crazy now since they have that Ryback even more as a stupid heel. Now he's crying over his knee, and they call him Cryback now. So I don't know. I guess after losing to Cena, it's really not been looking good for Ryback. I don't know why they put him in Jericho for some reason. I thought Ryback would be gone for a while, but they're gonna keep him there a while to do something. They gotta do something. Show more champion versus champion Hogan and Flair. Mark Henry then came out, cut a promo talking about pretty much why he's never been WWE champion in his 17-year career, becoming in the Olympics, and talk about how the boys, he didn't like the boys in the back, and how the politics were holding him back. But now he has his chance to win the WWE title. He was tired of this, pretty much, he was saying, and annoyed. Pretty much the crowd was chanting, what? Now the crowd went to get live up, but Mark Henry cut a good promo there. Pretty much then Vince McMahon then came in and Vicky Guerrero talking about this champion versus champion thing should have been pay-per-view, not for free. This could have been like a pay-per-view match right here, but she does like the main event on what's happening, so Vince pretty much left then. CM Punk and Curtis Axel went against Primetime Players. CM Punk has a t-shirt also. Pretty much Punk and Axel went against Primetime Players. Punk and Axel picked up the win. Punk pretty much won with the GTS on crap, I almost said his name, Darren Young, but Axel tagged himself in and got the pin, and then Paul Heyman wanted to celebrate with CM Punk, but CM Punk just walked out. He couldn't trust him because CM Punk said he didn't need any help with Money in the Bank, but we'll see what happens then about that. Caitlyn went against Layla. Caitlyn went against Alicia Fox. Caitlyn won, and then AJ and Biggie Langston came out. Pretty much doing another stupid segment, almost like Friday. You try to assassinate my look, but pretty much AJ showed a big picture of Caitlyn, really, really fat. It's a very fat picture of her, and Caitlyn got pissed in. It wasn't even that good of a segment, but it's the only interesting thing happening with the Divas right now. Then Stephanie McMahon walked into Vicky Guerrero's office, talking about, well, you're not watching the show. I had to do the Money in the Bank participants. You're not watching the show. And talking about Vicky was going nuts because Vince and Triple H kept telling her what to do. And then she tried to act buddies with Stephanie. She's like, we're not friends and everything. Try to make fun of her dad and her husband. But that wasn't about to happen. So pretty much next week there'll be a job evaluation in the ring for Vicky Guerrero. Could get a promotion, or she could get fired by the McMahons. So we'll see what Stephanie, Vince, and Triple H do next week to her. New RVD promo. Cody Rhodes went against Antonio Cesaro. The return of Jack Swagger is back, so I guess Swagger and Cesaro, like, I'm gonna be like maybe a tag team, I don't know, but all figures off the Rhodes Scholars are out there. Rhodes went against Cesaro. Cesaro won the match. We have an odd pairing for this match. I mean, especially this is an entire heel Money in the Bank match for the world title, so I thought they were gonna do some type of battle with Swagger and Cesaro since Cesaro took his place. So I guess Swagger, even though he had in trouble, I guess it was his first offense, whatever weed DUI he got, and was gone for a while because of court cases and stuff. I just thought they having the Bella Twins. I don't even know these other two, Ricky Divas or something, and the Bellas were talking about them, and then Natalya, Naomi, and Cameron came up talking about you guys are trying to promote yourselves and everything, and the Bellas thought they were big stars, and talking about the Divas reality show coming this month. They said, oh yeah, we're important. It's more important than AJ or Caitlyn thing. First off, AJ and Caitlyn are the only ones that are getting over around here because this segment's actually going somewhere with this feud. Honestly, nobody is not gonna watch the Divas, whatever, Total Divas. Nobody's gonna watch it. It's not interesting anybody. Like, come on, they barely get watched on TV enough right now. It's luckily this AJ Caitlyn feud is somewhat trying to bring it back up together. And that great match they had at Payback, when people were chanting, "This is awesome," but no one's gonna watch that show. That just made everybody like screw this show. They just, what did I even know who these two people were? I don't know what they supposedly they were on last week, but I didn't know. It was a stupid segment. I didn't get it. Why did they do this segment? It just looked really stupid. Cena went against now Del Rio, champion versus champion, as I pretty much showed the last video with Booker T and Triple H, you know, with great champions and everything. Pretty much the match went on with Del Rio and Cena. Mark Henry walked out there, and then Ziggler distracted Del Rio. Cena hit the FU and won the match. Pretty much, it was a good match. They really did try to hype it up this time. Usually champion versus champion matches I've seen, it's just like, alright, it's champion versus champion, but for some reason they keep killing the secondary titles most of the time. They kill those titles and stuff, but this was actually good, and they did try and promote it better and better, and actually what it means to have a champion versus champion match. I didn't just put it there, because when CM Punk and Daniel Bryan were champions, they were pulling great matches off, but why didn't they get a main event spot on Monday Night Raw? They got on SmackDown, they couldn't get on Raw. I didn't understand that, but pretty much Cena won, and Mark Henry came. He just had the title in his hand. Cena was backing off from Mark Henry. Henry, I guess, kind of putting fear into him to tell him what time is almost out, and they pretty much ended the show, which next week the Wyatt family will debut, and they ended the show it was kind of different to have the Wyatt family end off the show with their promo, so that means WWE is putting a lot of hope and a lot of faith into the Wyatt family and believe in them. So, especially getting them from NXT, I think they're going to set the WWE on fire just like the Shield, maybe even bigger. We're going to see what the Wyatt family is going to do next week when they debut on Raw. So I'm really looking forward to the Wyatt family next week. I know a lot of you all are too. So once again, comment, subscribe. You know it's me, the DHOOD, coming here with the news and the reviews. So I gotta go. I gotta run, but wake up, it's the 1st of the month, so July 1st, I'm out of here. Comment, subscribe, I'll see you guys later. Check out the live reactions, everything, and keep watching the show. I'm out of here. Peace.